It's winter.
Happy fall.
It's winter.
It is winter.
Actually, it's winter right now. It just feels like winter finally. We had a beautiful fall so far, and it's getting cold now. Jerry, let's talk a little bit about this past weekend.
Wow.
I don't know, but we had a huge group at Breakfast with Santa. You'd said last night over 50%, or right at 50% of the folks that came were first-time people, which was really neat. That's good. Continued new folks pulling in the filter. We don't know how many we had come, somewhere between 750 and 1,000, but probably a whole lot closer to 1,000 than 750. I don't know the exact number.
We cooked a lot of pancakes.
There were a lot of pancakes,
and
a lot of good
cookies,
bacon, a lot of sausage. It was a wonderful day, good connection. Now we're going to try our best to do good follow-up with these folks, let them know we appreciate them, invite them back to our worship services and to learn more about the church, and we'll look forward to doing that. The afternoon session was a very interesting experience.
A lot of learning there. I think everything went fantastic as far as it could go, but for those of us that were putting it together and making sure it's a building block for us that we'll do again next year. But I'll tell you, Dale, watching the children that came through was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
It was phenomenal.
Very neat. Yeah. So then I preached Sunday on giving. That was fun.
That was good. And you did a great job with that.
I wasn't asking for that.
But
again, I want to kind of reemphasize. I'm not going to re-preach the sermon, though you can get on the website. But I will say this. The mission and the idea is to think about what you're giving. I encourage you to consider, are you doing what you want to do? Because a lot of times things can happen and a long period of time can pass and we not realize that time's passed, and suddenly it's like, oh, it's 3 years last time I increased what I gave and I got continual raises. So we just want to encourage you to think about it, and let's do some great things in 2018. Jerry, we got some things to talk about.
We've got a few things to talk about.
Let's get out of here and find somewhere else to talk.
All right, let's go. Thank you.
Clapping for.
Oh. It helps me line it up, for sure.
So, Jerry.
Dale.
Who is Edward Franklin Gears?
Well, it's this monument that's in Columbia, Tennessee, where we're filming today.
He is not an it.
Oh, well, that's a monument. I mean,
it appears to be.
That's an it, okay?
Some guy that died in 1923.
23.
And then they built a monument to him in 1926.
Yeah, he was a horseman.
He was a horseman?
Yeah.
I don't know what that really means. I'm sorry.
He's not one of the four horsemen.
Of Revelation or of the Notre Dame, either one. So, but it's a monument. We're in Columbia today.
Right.
We've been filming in kind of famous places in Spring Hill the last few weeks. Thought we'd come to Columbia because a lot of folks from Spring Meadows are from Columbia. So thought we'd give a little Columbia love going on here. All right, so let's talk a little bit about next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, the 17th. The 10th, but let's talk about the 17th.
Yes.
That is our annual special contribution, end of the year contribution. It is the only really special contribution we do all year. We have our Mission Sunday, but that's our Mission Sunday. This contribution is designed to kind of fill in some gaps and help us do some things that are not budgeted. It's kind of a neat thing. Some of us who are blessed this time of year look for places to give a little more.
Right.
And if that's your case, we hope you'll dig deep because we've got several really good things. Jerry, let's talk about them.
Well, one of the first things that we're doing is we're going to look at transportation. We've got a 24-passenger, or actually a 26-passenger bus that we're utilizing. There's some things, though, that it's overflowing.
Sometimes we'll have 30 or 40 people show up at an event and we need more transportation. Other times we won't need the 26-passenger van.
Right.
We'll have a smaller event that some other group goes on and they won't take a big group, and so we need a smaller van. But Jerry, we're looking at buying a 15-passenger van. I remember 3 or 4 years ago, everybody saying, get rid of all the 15-passenger vans. People are dying and they're flipping over. And then if you have one, it's a death trap. So why would we get a 15-passenger van?
Technology with everything else and vehicles and stuff has improved the van ratios and stuff. And a lot of that, and people are becoming smarter too. I'm going to say that, as far as they're not putting sleepy drivers driving vehicles
well,
too.
weight load
and, so,
and the way they distribute the weight on the vans, as far as the wheelbase and all that's a little different than some of the newer vans. So there's some things that make this worthwhile. I understand we're going to look for one that's safe.
That's safe. That's right. That's correct.
That's wise. It's not point not look for one that's not safe.
And you know, another thing about the 15-passenger vans, anyone can drive them.
Yeah, you don't have to have a CDL. Not anyone can drive them.
Not anyone. That's true.
Any responsible person.
Any licensed driver that's responsible
and has insurance.
And insurance.
Can be. Okay, so that's the van. That's one thing. Let's talk a minute about our mission work. Okay. I'd rather talk about that than about anything. We do Mission Sunday. We do really well with it. That's what a blessing it is. But every year at Mission Sunday, there are a couple of things we want to do we're not able to. And then after May, from May to November, December, we'll get other requests, things that we say, oh man, wish we could do that, but we can't. And so we've the last several years taken part of this end of the year contribution and put it toward mission work. And so we'll be able to fund some things, help with some things that we weren't able to help with when it came up or through Mission Sunday. So there'll be some money going toward that. Third area.
Well, it's going to be our building security that we're looking at. We're looking at
security is on everybody's radar right now, and we don't want to say a whole lot about it, but we're working on making that where it can be the best it can be. And so we're going to put some money in that, and then we're of course continuing to try to retire our debt. So those two things, and then the final is Family Assistance Fund. I think it's 1%, it may be 1.5% of our annual budget goes to the Family Assistance Fund, and that's great and wonderful. But Family Assistance Fund was never designed to be funded through the budget. It was designed to be funded through people who say, I'd really like to help with that, or I've been helped with that and I want to do something now that I'm in a better condition. So we made it a part of the annual end of the year contribution this year, where some folks may want to give toward that as well. So the money is not distributed equally. It's not like we take, $1,000 and $250 goes here, $250 goes here. Right. It's distributed as the need is there. If we get, $100,000, we won't spend, $40,000 on a van. I mean, we'll try to distribute this all equally and how we're supposed to spend it, and the elders will see that. And so we hope you'll give on December the 17th. If you're going to be gone on that Sunday, leave it early or give it the week after you come back and sometime during that week, but just make sure that it's tabbed for that specifically. Hope you have a great day, and Jerry, we'll talk about some more things next place.
Talking about events.
All right, good. Let's go.
Voila, downtown Columbia.
Yeah, beautiful courthouse. Isn't it? I've always loved the courthouse here.
Yep.
And as soon as we start recording, a big truck goes by.
That's Columbia.
You said it, not me. You live here, not me.
I do.
Okay, so Jared, let's talk about some events coming up. Let's start by talking about some good Spring Meadows events we have coming up. We've got a deal tomorrow night, which is Friday night, where most people will see this probably on the 8th. A big, it's not an ornament swap. It's called a favorites thing swap.
That's correct.
So, as I said Wednesday night a couple weeks ago, Melanie hadn't invited me to come yet. So I guess, I don't know if that's bad. I'm not her favorite thing, or it's good she's not swapping me.
Well, maybe you're just one of the few of her favorite things.
All right, so that'll be at the Patterson's house. Remember that. And then a couple other things on the 15th.
On the 15th is the Empty Nesters Christmas party. They have that every year, and they do
Clay and Susan Johnson's house this year.
I don't know the time, just kind of hang in there with that, but I'm sure it's that evening.
All right.
The 17th is the teen Christmas party, which that's the afternoon that we go to all the retirement facilities, sing Christmas carols, and then we end up at the Heffington house. Stephen and Emily Heffington is hosting us for us to have our time together with gift swapping and stuff like that.
Okay, now a couple other events coming up.
They're later on with the youth group, but we need to.
Let's talk quickly about EYC. I don't know if we'll have anybody go to that, but it's a big event every year in Huntsville, Alabama. That's the 27th through the 29th, and it is in Huntsville, Alabama. And got a great group, got about 2,200 that are registered for it, big youth group event, and if anybody wants to go to it, see you.
See me, and we may take a one-day trip down there and back.
All right, very good. I hope we do. Yeah. Hope you do. I'll be there already. All right, so then, but then the big deal, the granddaddy of them all.
Well, let's back up before this one, because this one actually occurs in January.
Okay.
Evangelism University is for grades 9 through 12.
That's right. Yeah.
It's held over in Savannah, Tennessee every year. It's a fantastic workshop, and we want our kids, we need our 9th through 12th graders to go to this, and college age, because they have a college age program that takes place at Evangelism University. Sign-ups have begun now. This coming Sunday, there'll be a sign-up sheet. let's go ahead and get signed up for that. Now then to yours.
Okay, well, not to mine, but to the big event, which is
That's right.
CYC every year. Biggest event in the Church of Christ probably going right now. Y'all as leaders is probably right there with it. But what a major event CYC is. And Jerry, of course, it's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, Townsend, that area up there. Kind of a really great event.
Already have over 60 signed up from Spring Meadows, and we're looking for more. If you haven't,
we're 40
signed up,
short of where I want to be. I'd like to
That's-
take
I know it.
100 people.
I would love to have.
CYC.
We would love to have
And
100.
we, you know, it's not just for teens. If you'd like to go as an adult, it's a fun event for you as well. See Jerry, he'll work out the
Yes, we
details on
want you to come.
chaperones and things like that for everybody. I started to say chaperones for the adults. That probably wouldn't work with it.
We need some chaperones for the adults. I know some of the adults going.
So Jerry, guess what?
What?
I'm ready for lunch.
I am ready for lunch too. We're going to go here in one of the local establishments and have a nice steak.
Yes. All right. Great talking to you. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a great day.